Hi everybody, this is Cup Kitty and I would like to share with you some of my favorite movies as a response to Anakin 1814, who did himself a response about his top 10 movies. And after a very difficult sorting movies, I reached a fairly good number of movies. It's a little over 10, but anyways, who's perfect? So they are not in any particular order, but I would like to present to you all the movies that I really like and I cannot stop watching every once in a while. And I always enjoy watching whenever. So this is a very great movie. It's Meryl Streep and Robert Redford movie called Out of Africa. It says here another title because for some reason people here in Brazil think that they should translate the titles to Portuguese. So it doesn't says here Out of Africa. It says Between Two Lovers. And that, I think, it's a very disrespectful way to treat a movie that comes from the outside of the country. But anyways, I don't know who decided that, but that person was definitely stupid. So instead of making the movie more easier actually to people here in Brazil to understand the title is totally made up and it doesn't have any connection. Many times it doesn't have any connection with the real title in the original language. Sometimes it does, but in most situations it doesn't. So Out of Africa, great movie, and oh my gosh, that is so good. Another great movie is One Fine Day with Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer. And this is such a great movie. I love it because it is in New York, and I've been to New York only like one time in my life, and I was like 13. I couldn't really see the city. I was there for only 3 days, but I imagine that when I return, I will go to all these places that they are here. They pass through this movie in New York. It's great, and if you are a New Yorker, I think maybe you should tell me if this One Fine Day movie is a movie that gets a picture of the city. I don't know. It is a good picture for me to imagine. Another movie that I really like, entering like the dark side of things, it's Dracula. I thought the Bram Stoker's Dracula was a very nice movie, especially because it's directed by Coppola, and it has all kinds of stars in it. It has Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, uh, Anthony Hopkins, Keanu Reeves. So it is truly a love story with some kind of terror scenes, but it's essentially a love story and it's so well made. And well, just to have Anthony Hopkins and Gary Oldman in just one movie, I'm in heaven. Another great movie that I like is Thomas Crown with who's her name? Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo. It's a remake of the original from the 70s, I guess. I have never seen the 70s first version, but I just love this one. I really like movies about thieves and thefts and, you know, things being misplaced and recovered or whatever. And what's not to like? And it's really funny how I really like the dressing and I forgot the name now. There's a Oscar category on just the clothing of the film, and in spite of this being a very modern film, the clothes here are fantastic. Renee Russo is as chic as she can be, and it's amazing. And speaking of clothing, The Age of Innocence is also a very good favorite of mine. It has also Michelle Pfeiffer and Winona Ryder, and this guy, I always forget his name, Daniel Day-Lewis. And it's a love story but with a twist, and it is directed by Scorsese. And Scorsese, for whoever knows his style, he's a more violent and he's a very strong director. And for him to direct this kind of story, which passes on the very in the 1800s, I think it was a challenge for him because it's a very claustrophobic story and from a very tight high society. So the dresses and the settings and everything in this movie is perfect, but underneath there's a lot of dirt, so that's why I like it. I really like this one too. It's called The Professional. Let me just yeah, The Professional, and it's with Jean Reno, which is a very, very great actor. I really like him. And it has what's her name, Natalie Portman, really, really young. You can see it here. She's here. She's really, really young. I don't know, she might have here like 12 or 14 or something. She's really young. And she's fantastic also. You could see how she would be so talented by then. And there's always also Gary Oldman. And this is a really great movie too. And I recommend it strongly. And there's another one. There is a remake. It's Romeo and Juliet. It's with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. I really like her. And I really like this movie because they kept the original text. I think the contrast between the very modern movie and the very traditional text and dialogues is amazing, and I just thought it was a very good movie to put in here, because whenever I start watching I cannot stop. Mainly it's because Shakespeare, but you know, Shakespeare, oh my gosh. And then, forgive me, but I have to say that I cannot watch Legally Blonde enough. It's ridiculous, I know, but just for the opening of Legally Blonde, for whoever watched it once in their lives, I want to be more feminine already. And it's such a great afternoon movie that I cannot deny that whenever I want to watch a chick flick, I watch Legally Blonde, so blame me. So I'm going to cut it here because now we're going to the second part. I'll see you in a bit. Bye!